Hey, it's oldgamingguru. Alright, so I have made the leaderboards. I'm in the top 200 something. Let's see where I'm at. Top 225 in the world with my really crappy build here in Dwarven Realms. And this is. Alright, so I'm just kind of looking at some things here at some of these guys and how often they run dungeons. And wow. Okay, let's see. And then we'll look at me. It's going to be fairly clear from this as I have to run dungeons just to make up for my suckiness. There I am. Okay. And I'm one of like 5 players playing, it says unarmed, but I'm actually got one hand. Alright, so Shadow Slice, 1,000 cuts. I'm stuck here in a sea of malls. The leaderboard seems to be made up a lot of malls, but let me just see here. So, Bridge of the Demigods and other things. I do dungeons a little bit more, so I think that's been one of my keys to my rapid success is I've been doing dungeons a lot and taking advantage of those to basically get a lot of crafting materials that I sacrifice, and then I put that into my elven tree, which I covered in a previous video. So I have been farming these dungeons. I find them just really quick. I mean, they don't take but a couple minutes if you're at the right level. So you can polish off 20 dungeons in probably an hour if you're going really fast. And they give you a ton of gems and other things too to level your character up. Alright, so there's my character. And then let me just show you what I've got equipped. It is by no means optimal, and has only gotten optimal enough to get me to leaderboards recently. So let's take a look at my helmet. I am getting base damage for my stance level. And my stance level here is 184, so basically that's almost 400 points there in base damage. That does an amazing amount of extra damage all the way across the board for all my attributes. And I can't say this enough, add base damage every time you get. When you look at my gear, you notice that I am not following my own recommendations, and that's mostly because I'm an idiot. So don't do what I do, but I have been focusing a lot on getting my crit chance to 100 because it was on my helmet before with strength. So now I've got a base crit chance of 105, and I've been trying to get my bonus up quite a bit. So I've been trying to make my combat rating higher, get my damage up, and get my crit chance and my damage bonus. So my crit chance was below, the big thing here was it was below 100 before. Get it to 100 as soon as possible if you want to go up the ranks quickly. Alright, the bonus obviously is going to help you melt down bosses quicker, so add to your bonuses really quickly. Alright, so anyways, we go down here. Alright, so this is pretty much standard for melee, is best in slot. Hit within 5 meters, gain double damage. Okay, I don't know of another one that's better. I did a lot on inventory slots, so I picked up a ton in my tree. I'll show you here in a moment. But anyways, that additional damage is giving me probably double damage right there. All right, so then we added HP. We then added boss damage to our ring. So for every 10 points in strength, I get an additional 1% boss damage. So that's another 120% boss damage, which if we look at my boss damage, as you see my slots here, there it is. I'm at a paltry 629, whereas my one-hand damage is 2,300% increased. Alright, so there's my ring, there's my relic. Okay, so additional potion slot, get 20% damage. There's probably another one out there, but I got 4 potion slots. That works out to be 80% more damage. An additional 1% damage for inventory slots again. Wherever I could, I tried to get my crit strength, or crit up, boss up, strength up. I need to put a lot more into strength. I'm a strength-focused build. So there's some things here I need to replace. Obviously my armor and my weapon, which does not have an enchant on it right now, but I just could not, I've not found anything with this much damage or even close. And I usually check my weapons pretty hard. So this is now a game of micromanaging your equipment, making sure you're leveling up your offhands, getting your pet as much base damage or bonus damage as possible for your offhands. And that's it in a nutshell. Then you use cards and stuff to basically bring up weak areas or to focus on other things. Do not forget your card bonuses, which are doubled if you pick 5 of the same card, I believe it is. And that's how I got to leaderboards. Okay, so just really quickly, let's go over and look at this on some dummies. All right, now you just see here, if I pick up a bonus, all right, you look at my lightning. Obviously, my weapon's doing paltry amounts, even with all the additional bonuses I've added to it. But if you look at my lightning here, it just, boom, boosts up. And I don't even think my DPS is that great right now, but if you look at that though, I mean, that's just, lightning just outperforms, even without me. So now if I throw in my shadow bombers, and let's see how. So respectable numbers, not great by any means. I've seen other people do a heck of a lot more, but hey, that's what got me here. And at this point, I can pretty much melt anything under 120 pretty quickly, and max out my loot from instances, which is absolutely critical. And I've just got to find a certain couple pieces to max this build out, and I think I can continue to climb up on the leaderboards. And like I said, right now I'm at 225 and rising. So this is about after 3 weeks of play, I believe. Can't remember when I made the first video, when I first featured this on my cheap games of the week. And by the way, this is a really good game. There are some really annoying bugs in it. I don't know if they're bugs or features or whatever, but well worth the $10 that you would spend on this. And it's just got a world, I mean, just so much depth to the crafting system. The crafting system has not got a ton of depth, but what you're crafting for and how to craft things, such as your amulets and goblets and stuff, is just, it's amazing how many different ways you can go with this game. So really good game. All right, for that then I'm just going to take you on one quick example run. Let's run 110. And let's run something different. I've been running a lot of Mardith to get my ring enchants. Let's go ahead and do something different. We're going to just take you into like a 110. And we're going to infuse it. And let's see if I get lucky here and get the guy who gives me, I need more health. And of course not. Okay, so do I want to consume the token or not? Nah, that's a really annoying one, and I'm not really worried about the experience so much. So I'm going to run without any bonuses. So you guys can get a feel for what this guy's like. But like I said, he's pretty strong here. Get rid of some of this trash. I'm just showing you what it should feel like when you're running at this level with a character who's got a decent build. And if you see one, let me know. Because I told you, I am a newbie at this. And I'm still learning things. Thank you, dear readers, who have actually pointed out some things to me. Okay, come on. And of course, really annoying, drop the auto attack feature, bug, whatever it is. But you notice my mini bosses are going down fast. I'm not having to spam. But what I do is I just hit the guy with my special attacks, charge it. I was hoping to get some more health. By the way, farming health is the best thing that you can do, honestly, overall, to get your character ready to try to make an assault on the leaderboards. It's a pain, and totally RNG dependent. Just like that, finding those babies is a good thing. But you can see here, I took a hit there from a cavernous whatever. Not even a problem. I also did something too, just to get myself more damage and more health quickly, which was I sacrificed a lot of my mats to get Elven faction. I don't recommend it for everybody. Some other players have got better gear probably than I do, but it gets you a lot of damage and a lot of health really quickly, and you absolutely have to have it for crafting later. So as I try to build out my gear, I'm assuming I'm going to do less Elven farming and farming for Elven faction, and do a lot more crafting to try and get my points up. Alright, so this is actually how I want my leaderboard runs to look. But right now, they don't look anything like this. You can see I can stand toe-to-toe with this guy, no problem. And this is level 110. And all I'm doing is just giving you a good idea of what the look and feel should be like when you get to this level. And if you're not looking fairly strong, go back and refarm levels. Because you can get to levels where you feel like you're just doing nothing against the boss. And it is not fun. And doing nothing against, worse yet, mini bosses. Okay, so far I haven't picked up a golden bug or a golden tear. Alright, enough farming. Like I said, this is just an example run, just to show you. And I was going to show you how to farm health containers again, but let's see what the boss looks like here. Oh, and I'm getting earthquake. see here, it's going to probably take me longer to kill the mini bosses. Nope. But it did the actual boss. Anyways, I think I covered everything. Hey, some more health stones, good. I covered everything that I did to get to leaderboards, so I hope that proves helpful to you. You know, really go through. You want to go ahead and continually passively get your skills up. You also too want to spec out your skill tree so that it does as much possible damage for you as possible using basically your element type, whether it's arcane, fire, or lightning in my case. You know, and things that I really focus on. This is not a deep dive, but is strength, because I'm a strength stacking build. Critical damage and critical chance obviously help me without a special critical chance to actually get that up. You know, additional element damage and health, or excuse me, regen for energy. Those are just some of the key things you want to focus on, but really focus on the things that really make your build good. All right, and then the last thing, let me just show you, and we'll go ahead and call this an end. Let's get on my mount. And this is what I sacrificed a lot of mats for and why my gear sucks so hard. So you can see here I have gotten tons of damage over here. Not tons, but a lot more damage, more health, leading up to more armor next, and then more experience. And on this side, you need to take this side of the tree to get your crafting up. So just plan on doing that as soon as you can. Sacrifice the mats for it, because it will make a huge difference in the quality of the gear you put out. That's pretty much it, how I got here. And if you have any questions, ask questions in the comments. If you like it and it helps you at all, subscribe. Old Gaming Guru out.